Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is your time zone across the world, it is Motivational Wisdom time. Today, I'm going to educate you so you can grow and lead, a fundamental principle I use in my management consultant services. We're going to start off with a scripture as I always do, taken from Job, chapter 13, verse 5. Oh, that you would be silent, and it would be your wisdom. Today we're going to examine the word silent or silence and how it relates to the practical and biblical principles for spiritual growth. In essence, silent is the state of absence from sound or inefficient speech. Silent is further defined as having no effect, not operating, virtueless, and dead, free from sound or noise, absolutely still, perfectly quiet, speechless, mute, indisposed to talk, at rest, in a time of silence. Silence is to compel to silence, to cause to be still, and to hush. In the business world, it is called silence, a key leadership ability in building trust, confidence in relationships, leveraging power, discernment, wisdom, and self-discipline. To be silent is a direct connection between silence and the ability to act intelligently without violating sovereignty in building relationships, partnerships, and human sustainability to make an effective impact globally. However, silent or silence is often used as an inferiority weapon or misused in showing one's strength, control, or power amongst people. In the context of the scripture, Job, we call him Suffering Job, a blameless, upright, intelligent man with godly wisdom, wrote to instruct leadership in all people the importance to discipline oneself, think before speaking, reacting, knowing at times to be silent is wisdom, when words are unwholesome and the very act deprives life or speaks death. For instance, personally, I call this tame the tongue and mind. It is the ability to value relationships, practice discipline, listen, and give thought to the outcome before responding. It is an in-depth ability to know silent or silence deals with the person's ability and mentality to act with meekness, kindness, compassion, and humility. Thought to ponder. Silent is a stillness of one's soul, uniting the worth, vitality, and invisible to visible. At this level, it unveils a person's true form, that being the substance of a person, distinct character, and the ability to perfect for the greater of humanity. What lessons can be learned about silence and silence? There are 5 important lessons. Discovering the truth in know, when, stop, and how. Lessons learned about silent and silence. 1. Know to value life is an act of stillness, evaluation, and self-examination, and building relationships and building character in oneself. When will I pause to think, quieten myself, evaluate, and reflect on my own actions? Stop. Give thought to the bigger picture. How will I make an impact in someone else's life from my response? How is this a reflection of my personal growth? Leadership, self-management, discipline, humility, and wisdom. 2. No silent or silence is godly wisdom in the ability to tame the tongue from speaking unwholesome words, discipline the mind to think with compassion, and medicine to the soul if directed correctly. When will I seek God for His wisdom in working with people, not depending on my own understanding or knowledge? Stop. Give thought to the bigger picture. How are my actions healing or hurting people? How will I guard my tongue with godly wisdom to choose my words carefully? How will I practice humility to discipline the mentality of my thinking patterns and speech? Will I listen to the instruction from God or just ride the pony to death? Self-management, discipline, humility, and emotional intelligence. 3. Know you become a worthless person when the virtue of compassion and humility is no longer evident. When will I realize I have lost value if genuine love is not present? Stop. Give thought to the bigger picture. How has my actions detoured someone's life from growth? How have I degraded someone because of a selfish act? How have I become inferior from my own actions? How do people really view me? Leadership, self-management, discipline, humility, and behavioral management. 4. Know you have the ability, sovereignty of your own life as God's will to preserve life. When will I realize to live is to give life? To live is to transform with life. To live is the invisible to visible with life. Stop. Give thought to the bigger picture. How will I transform myself with life to make a greater impact in this world? Courage, leadership, and transformation management. 5. Truth, integrity, and compassion is always revealed in a person's ability to know when to enact the wisdom virtue of silence, revealing the true character of a person's heart of healing or hurting. When will I change to be a product of life and growth? Stop. Give thought to the bigger picture. How will I submit in humility? How will I surrender my will to God's will? How will I change to save a life? Courage, leadership, and change management. In closing, know silent is a virtue of godly wisdom. Know a person's character is unveiled through the ability to tame, discipline the tongue and mind. Know silent is a stillness of one's soul, uniting the worth, vitality, and invisible to visible. Know you will either be an agent of healing or hurting. Know meekness, kindness, compassion, and humility are all godly wisdom traits. Know you have the sovereignty of your life as God's will to preserve life. Know you will need courage to change and transform for the greater and preserving human sustainability. Remember, an environment of life is a progressive climate and culture of growth. Change your environment if needed. Change your view if needed. Change your courage if needed. Change to enact godly wisdom if needed. Speak life, grow, and lead. You have value, you have worth. What kind of agent are you? This is Lady Cynthia Kelly, tuning out with motivational wisdom. Be blessed and stay connected to Jesus, and tune in next week. What kind of agent are you?